Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and Coordination of National Government and Citizen Service, the Inspector General of National Police Service, senior government officials who are here and invited guests, the graduates. Your Excellency, we are so Your Excellency, on my behalf and on behalf of the Administration and Police Service, we are so humbled that you found time to come and grace this graduation ceremony of 2,610 recruit constables who are graduating today. Your Excellency, these officers were taken through rigorous training for 9 months, which culminated at Kidong field exercise. Your Excellency, majority of these officers will be deployed in our specialized units, the Rapid Response Unit, the Critical Infrastructure Police Unit, the Anti-Stock Theft Unit, and the Border Police Unit, among others. Your Excellency, they will be able to join their sisters and brothers who are doing an excellent job along our borders, the SOG and the SWAT, who have made a difference in our inner cities. Your Excellency, we are very thankful for your government and the support which the government has given to us in terms of modernizing the police service. We received the MRAPs, we have received specialized equipment and training for these officers. We are also very thankful from your government, Your Excellency, for the completion of one of the oldest mess, which was for the last 33 years, and we are so happy that this morning you were able to open that mess, which will accommodate over 12,000 officers who are undergoing this training on a sitting capacity. We are very thankful. At this juncture, Your Excellency, may I call upon the Inspector General to continue with the rest of the program. The Inspector General, sir.
Your Excellency, sir, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Interior, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, Principal Secretary, present, Vice Chief of the Defense Forces of Kenya, senior members of the National Police Service, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, sir, on behalf of the National Police Service, I would like to sincerely thank you for honoring our invitation to be the chief guest during the passing out of these Administration Police Service recruits, despite your busy schedule. Let me also congratulate the graduates for having endured the rigorous and strenuous training for the last 9 months and having satisfied their trainers for presentation to you for oath of allegiance. These recruits have been taken through a very comprehensive curriculum to ensure they attain the desired professional standards. I believe they will be more responsive to the needs of the citizens, that they will execute their mandates within the confines of the law, and they will wear police badges with dignity and humility. The needs to be people's servants has been emphasized, and there have been conditions to know that service to humanity is their divine call in the National Police Service. Your Excellency, we thank you most profoundly for the support that your administration has consistently offered to the National Police Service, and in response to the welfare of the police officers. An improved health insurance scheme is now in place, as we also look forward to having a National Police Service Level 4 referral hospital, Your Excellency. These interventions will impact positively to the general well-being of the police officers. Your Excellency, I want to assure you of our commitment to ensure that the security of our country remains inviolable, and we will continue improving our service delivery and making them more responsive to citizens' needs as per your directives. Sir, it is now my honorable duty to welcome the Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, to continue with the remaining of the program.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, my colleagues from the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of National Government here present, led by our Chief Administrative Secretary, Madam Winnie Gushu, and our Principal Secretary, Dr. Karanja Kibicho, the Vice CDF, General Ogola, the Inspector General of Police, and the entire senior team of the police service, the chairperson and members of the National Police Service Commission, the chairperson and honorable members of the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Security, Honorable Mwathi, our distinguished guests who have been invited here, recruits who are passing out today, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, we thank you. On my own behalf and on behalf of my colleagues at the Ministry of Interior, and really the internal security sector in our country, for what you have done to our nation. Your Excellency, we were here, and many Kenyans who were here in 2013 know where we were in terms of the challenges we had in the security sector. You have dedicatedly led us in your capacity also as the chairman of the National Security Council in pursuing reforms in the internal security sectors, focusing on the police especially. And now, as evidenced by so many things that have been done recently and by the wonderful work that is done by our men and women in uniform, Your Excellency, we can proudly say that the investment that you have made in terms of resources and acquisitions have made our internal security sector one of the strongest in the region. Your Excellency, these achievements are a tribute to your judgment, to your solid leadership, and to your vision. I have been privileged to have a position on the front row seat in your leadership of the National Security Council and in the decisions you have made every day on the safety and security of our people. We thank the Lord for the opportunity you have given us to serve our country, but most importantly, sir, I would be very honest to say we thank the Lord for your leadership, because singularly because of your vision and your focus, we have continued to strengthen our internal security sector. As we go forward, sir, I would like to promise that we will continue to follow the path that you have drawn for us. Invest every coin that you have given us through the national budget where it should go, and ensure that we move further and further away from those bad habits of the past where this sector was affected by decisions that were less professional and decisions that were not focused on the performance of these men and women here, and therefore, of course, affecting the security of our people. Your Excellency, the 2,610 officers who pass out today will join the rest of the team that we're working with in preparing for the general elections. And Your Excellency, again, we will follow the path you have drawn for us of ensuring that our country remains secure, because that is our foremost responsibility and our foremost duty as government. Finally, Your Excellency, as you remind us all the time, the people of Kenya look at government or look up to government so that we can provide a service. You have insisted to us that we must be at the forefront in ensuring that our country is not only safe, but wananchi develop an even better relationship and enjoy the company of our people. I thank the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Mutiambai. I thank our colleagues, the DIGs, especially Mr. Gabo, and the work that he has continued to do in keeping our special forces are tuned to the goal that you have asked us to aspire to. It's a proud moment for our country, sir, and I believe everyone, not just here, but out there who are listening and watching, are looking forward to listening to you. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor and pleasant duty to request you to be upstanding as we invite His Excellency, our President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces to speak to us. Your Excellency, sir.
Asante, please be seated. The graduates before us today, all ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to be with you today to preside over the passing out parade of these wonderful 2,610 graduates who have today successfully completed their 9-month-long recruits course. There are a few occasions that are more gratifying to me than the commissioning of new officers within our security agencies. Indeed, I am happy that during my tenure as president, we have increased our police complement by over 45,000 recruits from the year 2013 to date. No previous administration has implemented such a significant increase in the capacity of our national police. So graduates, today I'm pleased to join your families, your relatives and friends in commending you for having successfully completed your training, which has been quite rigorous. Your graduation today is not only your individual achievement, but also a mark of pride and accomplishment shared by your families, your friends and relatives, as well as Kenyans at large. So let me commend the team in the ministry led by the Cabinet Secretary, the Inspector General and his DIGs, the college commandant, and all the instructors of this college. Your superlative efforts have yielded the fine young officers who are before us today. So to you, graduates, as you leave this college and begin your service to Kenya, I wish to remind you that yours is a profession that demands you unconditionally commit to the motto of uaminifu na haki. You will be called upon to serve faithfully and with utmost integrity. You will be required to be the hope of those who are hopeless, the shield of justice and the enforcers of law, who do so, as you have just said in your own oath, without fear or favor. As we continue along the journey of deepening the transformation and rejuvenating our law enforcement agencies, remember that you are the face of the organization. Whether in uniform or in civilian attire, whether on duty or off duty, your individual and collective actions will reflect on the National Police Service. Therefore, be ever respectful, willing to aid and assist, and committed to ethics and integrity. In your service to the nation, now more than ever before, you should remain focused and uphold the highest standards of professionalism, dignity, integrity, and fidelity to the law. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last 2 years, the whole world has walked through the valley of the shadow of death as we combated the coronavirus pandemic. However, the firmness of our resolve as a nation helped us to contain the surge of infections within our borders in keeping the invisible enemy at bay. I want to take this opportunity to thank the law enforcement agencies for the role that they played in enforcing the COVID-19 regulations and protocols. Your acts, coupled with the immense sacrifice of our health workers, forestalled what could have been a national catastrophe. That mission of enforcing public health measures was not part of the regular operations of the NPS. So, the exemplary way in which the service quickly adapted to the new demands imposed by COVID-19 is a reminder to all of us of the fluid nature of contemporary law enforcement environment. In view of this evolving nature in our general environment, you, the officers that I commission today, not commission, that I graduate today, should expect that in the course of executing your careers, you must be ready to serve beyond your traditional call to duty. You will be required on occasions to operate in new and challenging operating theaters and to address dynamic situations that call for new skills and approaches. As a nation, we have given you the training and tools required for you to address both traditional and emerging security challenges. The training program that you have just completed, I am confident, has prepared you to counter effectively the growing sophistication and viciousness of organized crime and terrorist groups. However, I must also remind and advise you that training and learning does not end today. You must, as my predecessor once said, seek to continuously improve yourselves, widen your knowledge, improve your skills and competencies, and challenge yourself to be a better officer today than you were yesterday. The responsibilities bestowed on you are immense, and they become heavier by the day due to the evolving social transformation and development. My government is committed to continue to uphold the dignity of police officers, so long as you also do that which is right and in accordance with the law, devoid of corruption and other ills. You can rest assured that we will do everything to protect you from any form of undue harassment or vilification. Indeed, in appreciation of the importance of the service rendered by our police officers across the country, my administration has continued to fulfill its police reform program agenda by providing adequate resources, improving staff welfare, improving capacity building in technical and specialized areas, and we have enhanced benefits, particularly in housing and healthcare. You are also now better able to respond to normal routine and emergencies when they arise. The overriding aim of these efforts is to ensure that police officers offer quality services to the public while still working in an environment that promotes their welfare. On our part, we expect you to to reciprocate these deliberate efforts by serving our communities unceasingly. With the issue of corruption and integrity firmly lodged in our national consciousness, my plea to you today is not to allow the fruits of your many years of sacrifice wither because of graft. Save yourselves and your families the agony, the shame, and the tears that come from prosecution, suspension, and being exited from the service. Serve with integrity and commitment to duty so that you can bring pride to our nation, to the police service, to your colleagues, and to your families. My administration, as you know, has adopted a multi-agency approach in tackling security issues. And to that end, we have put in place a multi-agency institutional framework which brings together all entities responsible for deterring crime, detecting crime, investigating, and prosecution of offenders. However, as I continually seek to remind Kenyans, security is not the sole preserve of our security actors. Security starts with you and me and every Kenyan. And therefore, once again, I urge all Kenyans to be partners with the security agencies in fighting crime by volunteering any vital information on threats to security within their locality. Additionally, I urge every Kenyan in one accord to lead by example by adhering to all the laws of the Republic. So, ladies and gentlemen, in recognition of the very demanding responsibilities placed on our security agencies, I today pay tribute on my own behalf and on behalf of all Kenyans to our gallant officers from various services who have paid the ultimate sacrifice to the service of our country and our people. I also want to laud our law enforcement officers and security agencies for the role that they continue to play in making our country safe. Finally, I commend the Administration Police Service for their role of protective security that they play and for living true to the spirit of uaminifu na haki. Their participation in fighting cross-border crimes, organized crimes, cattle rustling, protection of government property infrastructure, and their continued contribution to the multi-agency security operations is indeed commendable, and I want to thank you all for your good service. And to you, our newest officers who graduate today, please go forth and serve our people and our nation fully, faithfully, and fearlessly. May your words and deeds bring nothing but honor to the service and to your families. We want you to be role models to those who would want to serve in the security sector, and we look upon you to be the spear of the law, the shield of justice, and the foundation of a more just, more fair, more equitable, and more prosperous Kenya for all. Mungu awalinde ukienda kutekeleza shughuli zenu mbalimbali za kulinda wananchi na kulinda taifa letu. Mungu awaongoze. Tumefurahi sana kuwaona leo mkiwa mmetimiza training yenu na mkiingiana na wenzenu kulinda maisha na mali ya wananchi wa Kenya. Yangu ni kuwatakia kila laheri. Muwe watu ambao watakuwa waaminifu. Muwe watu ambao watasaidia kutoa jina la ufisadi kwenye huduma ya polisi. Muwe watu ambao watasaidia wenzao, watakuwa mstari wa mbele. Ukiwa kazini, hata ukiwa nyumbani, ujue ya kwamba jukumu lako kulingana na ile kiapo ambacho mmechukua hapa siku ya leo. Timizeni, mulinde wananchi. Na tukifanya hivyo, tutakuwa na nchi tulivu, nchi ambaye sisi zote kama Wakenya tutaweza kujivunia. Kwa niaba yangu na kwa serikali, sisi tutaendelea kuhakikisha ya kwamba tumewapatia vifaa na tumeangalia pia maslahi yenu na ya jamii zenu, ndio muweze kufanya hiyo kazi ambaye leo mtaianza. Kwa hivyo nimalizie tu kwa kusema Mungu awaongoze, awalinde na awabariki leo na kwenda mbele, na nawatakia kila laheri. Sasa mkiwa maofisa wa polisi wa kulinda Wakenya wenzenu. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
Kindly let's all be upstanding.